Next question.
Next question. Well, actually, this one comes from Tony also.
Hello, Tony, also. From Long Island.
From Long Island. Also, or also from Long Island? Anyway, what differentiates between a witch, wizard, and magician?
Okay. Practice. Practice, practice, practice.
Okay.
In content, it's probably similar. Well, I also want to preface by saying I'm a witch. I don't consider myself a wizard. I don't consider myself a magician.
Okay.
Okay. Even the word magician, there are two different types of magicians. There's the sleight of hand.
Prestidigitator.
Yeah. And then there is the ceremonial magician. Through the Kabbalah, although they tend to call themselves Kabbalists. But, and again, this is not my love. That's not my sphere of expertise. I'm a witch. I can talk about witchcraft forever. I tread lightly on the word magician. Because I've even seen in books where they spell it with the K, Magickian. Mm-hmm. Magician. Makes my head go like that.
Spasms.
Yeah, it's and so that for me is really well defined in yet another Terry Pratchett novel called Equal Rights, Rights. It was the first book where Granny Weatherwax shows up. It's her first appearance in his series, and in the Terry Pratchett novels, and again, this is fiction, men are wizards, women are witches. Except one day, a female wizard appears, little girl. And it kind of throws a monkey wrench in the whole thing.
Of course.
And that's the nature of the story. It's a really, really, really good story, and it is one that I make my ministry students read.
Damn.
I know. I mean, I really try and educate people in as many different, throw the ball in as many different ways as you can. Wizard. I know that ever since Harry Potter showed up, people have been making that same distinction. Masculine is wizard, feminine is witch. Okay? To me, it's not like that. A wizard, I know some people that call themselves wizard. Actually, interestingly enough, I met this guy online. We dated once. We're still friends and in touch. He's in Manhattan. He's part of something called vortex healing. He's a vortex practitioner. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Not.
It's an energy form. I don't know that much about it. But they call themselves wizards. Like, I think that's like their practitioner level. Like, you're a novice or something, and then you're a wizard. When you actually do the work with people. Right. So I think the root word is still wisdom. Like wizard, someone who is wizened, is somebody who is wise, who has gathered enough experience. I mean, we can find wisdom in children, but that's a real deep kind of spiritual emanation. They usually don't have the material world experience to have garnered wisdom in that way. You have to make a lot of mistakes to really garner wisdom.
Where would you stick Merlin in this?
Oh, wizard. Okay. Although you got to remember, Merlin was a title, not just a person. There was one Merlin.
It's more of an archetype.
That was Talesian. No, well, he was the one in the Arthurian
legends.
myth. Yeah.
Yes.
But the title Merlin, it was really, I don't know, I wouldn't necessarily, maybe it is the High Priest. If you read The Mists of Avalon, again, fiction, but historical fiction by Marion Zimmer Bradley, who did a lot of research. She didn't just come up with it. She did a lot of research for that book. Have you ever read Mists of Avalon?
I've started it.
Oh, it's such a good book. I mean, it really is.
It's a very big book.
It is, I mean, accuracy, who knows? But that title, Merlin, is, in my experience, like the word Christ is also a title. Like, Jesus' last name wasn't Christ. He wasn't the son of Mary and Joseph Christ, okay? It means the anointed one. Well, so then a wizard would be someone who has gathered a certain amount of wisdom. That's their part. See, then you can also throw shaman in there, too. And shaman's gender neutral.
Right.
And they're male and female. But rarely do you come across someone female calling themselves a wizard. Mm-hmm. But yet, you come across a lot of men who call themselves witches.
You didn't finish saying what the title Merlin was representation.
Well, Merlin, it's actually about a bird. The Merlin, the Marlin, the bird itself, that is originally, I believe, where that title comes from. And it is a servant of the goddess.
Okay.
Okay? And again, I got that from Marion Zimmer Bradley, and I'm sure the scholars will disagree, and that's fine. That's just my current
Then
knowledge.
they can comment on it. And
Great. And I'm always willing to hear a different interpretation. But to me, when it comes down to the bare bones of what's the difference, magicians tend to work ceremonially. Wizards tend to work, here's a big word, alchemically. Astrologically. Tends to be more scientific in the approach to magic in that sense. And a witch. Witches tend to work from the ground up. I don't really cotton to the idea that a witch needs a lot of tools. That you can't practice correctly unless you have an athame, and it better be pronounced right. And the right kind of wand, and a golden or silver chalice. To me, a witch can take a handful of dirt and get their work done. And I can.